Together We Rise, a special town hall dedicated to having some very tough conversations about race relations right here in Central Illinois, will air tonight right here on WMBD. Joining us now, Shelby Roberts, along with Eugene Daniel later tonight, who will also be hosting the event. So, Shelby, let's talk a little bit about this. What can we expect? What's going on?
I so appreciate your time. This has been one of our personal passion projects, me and Eugene Daniel, to be able to put this on. And like you said, we are unpacking a lot of really tough conversations surrounding race relations. For a lot of people, it's uncomfortable. Some people have maybe never even been exposed to these situations. But what we're finding is a lot of Black Americans are feeling really frustrated, angry, and in some cases silenced right now. So this is an opportunity for us to bring dialogues into homes across Central Illinois to talk about things like, what does racism actually look like? There are kind of varying degrees of sorts. We're talking about the historical context of why this is an issue, why it impacts more than just the Black community, and how we all can be a part of the greater solutions.
And that kind of brings me to the next question. Who are we going to hear from tonight that maybe we have, seen within the community, who we look up to as, leaders and mentors? Who can we hear from tonight?
I'm going to save some of the names for you to tune into, but I will say we have a host of panelists from a diverse array of career fields. I mean, thought leaders in terms of folks in the faith community, some of our own city council workers that are very much on the forefront of things, community activists, all across the board that are really working to make our community a better place and just finding their own avenues. One that I'm really particularly excited about is some of our young people. They are on the front lines of trying to lead change, so we'll be hearing from them and how they'd like to see that happen.
And you've kind of hit on it a little bit. Why is it important now more than ever to have these conversations and to make some of us who, like you mentioned, may not have experienced it, to take a look at yourself and have those uncomfortable truths and kind of walk through that and think through that?
Self-reflection is huge, and a lot of when we've been interviewing people and talking with our panel members is that education and knowing your history is the next step. A lot of people say, why do we even need to talk about this? This is 2020. Slavery, segregation, these things happened years, hundreds of years ago. But if we don't know and learn from our past, we are doomed to repeat it, and that is a sentiment that you will hear tonight more and more frequently. But also things you might have never even saw and seen within yourself. So we're hoping that this will probe some jarring discussions among people within their own communities, and maybe even challenging you to get outside of your community that you're used to.
Absolutely. And education, when we've been, talking about this, you don't expect someone to teach you. You have to take those steps to make that decision yourself and find out that information.
Absolutely. That's a big component. The onus falls on not just the Black community, people outside. So sometimes that can be misconstrued in some ways. But I'm excited about this. Again, like you said, we've been putting in a lot of hard work from behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, all types of people in order to bring this to our community because we do think it's needed.
Shelby, you are a great asset to the station here. I'm so excited to see the special town hall tonight.